Man, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. I got my boy Big Churl with me. Big
What's up,
Churl
T?
came to chop it up with me. He wanted to talk his shit
Bro.
real quick. He definitely wanted to talk his shit. How you been, bro? What's going
Good, bro. It's
on?
blessed, man. How you been, man?
Man, chilling, getting this, just getting working for real. Any
Okay.
type of it, any type of work right now, for real. But shit, what you been up to, bro? What you got going on right now? Tell the people what you got going on. What you going through, man?
Right now, man, it's spring break. I'm just living right now. Keep stacking my cheese. School. I'm just trying to graduate right now. Hey, boss about to graduate on God. Big A shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
respect. But
Okay.
I'm just trying to do like that, man. Graduate. It's a process. So I gotta keep moving,
For
find
sure.
adversity. That's what I do best.
A lot of people, take different routes and shit. Like
You
there's
know.
hella different routes you got in high school, but like, tell them why you think college is like so challenging to you and your
Because
perspective.
it's something you got to dedicate yourself to. It's just like a job as well. You got to learn to wake up every morning or wake up every day and do something. It's a grind.
Facts.
Everybody got their different types of grinds. And I feel like that's just grind for somebody else different. People got jobs. People get into trades, and that's what they do. This is my job for right now, but when I graduate college, nigga, I'm gonna be making so much money. It's gonna
We go,
be
yeah,
it's
it's
ridiculous.
gonna pay itself back
Oh,
almost. It should pay itself
it's a
back.
great investment.
Yeah, it definitely should pay itself back. That's what you wanted to do at the end of the
You
day.
know.
Get so much knowledge, you be able to put your own knowledge out there, then shit, you start your own shit. That's why I kind of like, I went to college, but I still got kind of like something like this. It's kind of do my own thing
You
type
know.
shit. It's not a plan B almost, just like a hobby till it becomes a job.
Facts, because
Something,
it definitely can.
Yeah, for sure. So it's something I enjoy too. Like, chopping up with my dogs, talking sports,
Facts.
talk memories, talk anything like that shit dope.
Get stuff off your mind, man.
What you
That's the
think,
best
what
thing.
you think to you is the biggest challenge you going into college? You think it's the commitment part?
It's the commitment. You got to learn how to stay driven into that one thing. And you got to learn how to overcome that adversity and persevere. Like it's times you were to be like, damn, I failed this test. Fuck this. But you got to
I
learn
think I
that.
just did that like
You
before I
know,
came on here.
I'm telling you, it be plenty times I'd have done it too. But I just like,
Okay.
you gotta overcome that. Like everybody fail,
For
but you
sure.
gotta learn how to overcome that. And college has taught me that a lot. It's just the process.
Yeah, college really didn't tell me like, bro, you got it's more like being able to move on shit from quickly too. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
shit, I could fail this test and fuck that up, but shit, I got another exam in another class I got to do 2 days later. I got to study for, so it's like it's
Facts.
having like short term memory. It's also building that too. So it's like, you know what, I fucked up here, but shit, it's time to move on to the next thing.
Move on from that
Because that
loss.
shit ain't gonna stay there. It's already
Facts.
gone, and you got something coming up coming up next. That's like, oh, I got a 10-page paper to do.
Gotta worry about the next
Do
problem.
Friday.
I've
It's
been
like,
telling people
bro,
that.
it's
Like
like,
you as long as you learn from that, like, all right, I'll do better on the next one.
yeah,
I'll try and do this different. Then you'll be cool, but don't dwell on that loss because
yeah,
then you just gonna suppress yourself of not wanting to do the other stuff. You're not gonna want
facts.
to write that paper. So
I feel like college a lot of just like applying yourself. Just like, okay,
it
let me get
is.
some effort. If I get a little effort, okay, they gonna see I'm trying at least to give
You
me a little
know,
something.
and that's how I play it off. Like they see you trying, like they see he trying to get
Yeah.
done. They see he trying to do something. So let me help him out a lot, and they do.
Yeah, you always tell me how you always asking questions in class just so they know
Oh,
you paying
hey,
attention.
they like
That's a
that.
key. It
Like
is
you
a key
see,
though for
even
sure.
though if I might fail the fuck out that test earlier, that paper might have been trash, but
Yeah.
they still gonna give me a bump on it because they be like, oh, they see he trying to
Staying
learn.
active in class,
You
talking
know,
like that.
I
Professors
mean,
definitely peep that for sure. They definitely peep
facts,
that
and they
for
like when
sure.
you interact with class. But the challenge about college is just driven, making yourself drive into something you passionate about and what you feel like in your bigger investment. Like it might not be right now in while you doing
Yeah,
college, but just know you getting something out of it.
definitely.
You're gonna get 10 times as much out of it as you putting into it. So that's why I feel like everybody got their own hustle. Like don't knock nobody hustle.
Oh yeah, it's different paths for everybody.
Exactly. So
Ain't
that's
no
why I
number on
try
them
not to write.
paths.
I'm not gonna below you because I go to college and you don't. Just do what you need to do to succeed, whatever that
Yeah.
is. And I tell people that like college ain't for everybody.
Oh, it's hell no, it's not. It ain't, dinner ain't for me, but shit, I'm still
Man, I'm
here.
telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So I don't worry about it so
Yeah.
much. I get past it. It's a part of life. Keep it going.
Okay, but this next question I got, it might be a question for maybe after we graduate more than more now, but like what you going through now and what you've been through and how much knowledge you've gotten, classes you took, all that. Do you think it's worth it as of right now? What you talking about right now?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, like
Ju-
my major is business
Yeah,
administration, and I got a minor in leadership and shit. But business is a huge aspect in part of life. Anybody can get their own business, and
facts.
me getting into a broader aspect is I can put my foot into anything. I can step into a job about cars, about sports, about different businesses that people want to build and be a part of HR, be a part of their board membership. But it's a part of that me driving myself into what I want to be, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's helping right now, they talk about different stuff like stocks and stuff like that, and I learn about it. But right now, I might not be able to do it right now, but they teaching me for in the future. So when I get that knowledge, or when I come to a point to where I need to be able to do that, I got it. You know,
For sure.
that's what school is for. You know, they just teaching what you might run into in the future. You know.
Yeah, that's definitely facts though, because I'm just feeling like, shit, I ain't graduated yet, but I feel like it's definitely like especially the connections we make too. College is like, if you go to the right college, like really one of the reasons I picked Charles is because I feel like they network so well and they just have so many connections with, especially a lot of sports teams around the area, which is what something I want to get into. But yeah, we're gonna see it at the end of the day once we graduate. We're gonna have to come back on after like 6 months after you graduate. Be like, okay, was it worth it? Then we can really we have the real college. That's when we have the real college talk for real. Because we're gonna be out of time. I'm gonna be out dinner a year. You're gonna be out some months. So we'll be like, okay, we can really see like, okay, was it worth it? Yeah. How much it should transferred over, like all that shit for real. But shit, you play football in college too, though. Don't act like you're not a college athlete,
man.
Though.
I try to,
don't act like you're not
a
college athlete, though.
I'm a dog in the trenches.
So let me know your position. What you like to do on the offensive end, man.
I'm a left and right guard. I love to pull and block, bro. That's the best thing.
Get the feet moving,
bro. When you pull and hit somebody, he'll go. You know he just dog somebody.
Back.
Oh God,
yeah.
that
Pancake
too,
syrup,
bro. Every time, and they hate that when you can dog somebody and they don't want to go there, and you still make them go there. It's the best thing ever. You pinning a nigga against his will. So offensive line is where I love it there. Like it's the trenches. Like every time you gonna go, it's a dog fight. You know?
But you hit somebody every play.
Every play you gonna have to be a dog because you protecting other people. You know, you trying to stop somebody from getting the ball. So trying football, we some dogs out there. You know, is we all gonna be about 22 players on the team. Gonna be seniors on offense and defense.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty good. We're gonna have a connection together. We just gotta get our momentum down. Everybody got to learn to play, step together. Once you move as one, as a team, it becomes even better. You know, y'all got that connection with each other where even if y'all do fuck up, everybody fucked up together, but it looks so good because y'all doing it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still a team atmosphere. You know, once you build that with a team, it becomes great.
If y'all been playing together for so long, 22 of y'all should have some type of chemistry. Then once y'all get in off season, start doing the extra shit, it's just gonna build even more. That's what it is. It's coming out of chemistry. I'm gonna know where he gonna be at on this play because I trust. I'm gonna throw that bitch there, or I'm gonna know what Trell pulling at, so I know which where to cut it up or cut it out. You know?
Exactly.
It's just little shit like that. Yeah.
You know, and that's what you gotta have as a brother on that team. Like, you know, if I'm going to be there for you, you're going to be there for me. So
trust.
Don't worry
it's all about the trust.
Trust. Like, don't worry about if I'm going to be here and pick up that blitz. Just know I'm going to be there. Just do what you got to do. Throw the ball, do what you need to do. Just know I got
because we all doing our job separately.
Exactly.
Just to, know, the equal one. But shit, what's like, okay, so you get a D3 football for trying, playing. What's one of the things you did, like, you got into was like, man, I ain't really fucking with that.
I ain't going to lie. It was mainly the speed about college. Like everything was fast. Like, and I hated that because in Wayne, I was the person that was like, all right, cause we slow down, bro. Like practice wasn't that fast in high school. Like, in college, it's bam, 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 here. You lifting on the off season and during season. Like sometimes after practice, you got to go after and lift. I'm like, wait a minute now, bro. I just got out of practice. You want me to go lift? Or before practice and lift?
Legs already shaking,
bro. What? Like you in practice? Like, oh, if I get hit, I'm gonna die. Like your arms weak, everything, bro. But it's a process. Like it's that grind you put into what you gonna get out of that. Like if I do this, I'm gonna be 10 times better at doing that in the game. But that was the only thing I didn't like was the speed of it. But I caught on to it. You know, you eventually catch on to the speed. Running wasn't as bad. We didn't run as much, you know. Yeah. When you ran in high school, it felt more like a punishment. In college, it felt like I'm running so I can get better, you know.
Yeah, get that endurance up.
You know, and I respected that a lot. We didn't run from a punishment. We didn't do too much for punishment. Little mistakes like fumbling the ball, we have to do certain up downs if we fumble the ball. But even if we had bad practices, he'd be like, this was just a bad practice. We just got to move on from it, learn from it, so it won't be a loss in the future. So we definitely did that, and that's what I liked about college. It's the progress that you look at it. How am I getting better at this and that? And that was the best thing that I learned and continue to learn. Like it's things that you still need to get better at, you know? And I'm just getting better at that as the season continues. Definitely off season, you know.
For sure. And I feel like at the D3 level, it's almost like you playing for. You might not be playing to get to the league for say. Some people might honestly be able to, some people are playing for pride though, like that showing like I can still play at the college. I can still play this college level.
Definitely, if you still got that ability, you know what I mean. Like why not? Why not waste it? don't look into the future like, man, I could have played football in college. Why not waste that?
Okay.
So I got it now. I might not be able to play football when I'm 40 and 35 because I might be working at a motherfucking Fortune 500 company. But
Facts.
I can say I played. I can say I played in college. I had fun about it, but all the times I wanted to play, I played, and all the times I didn't, I just didn't want to play.
Yeah.
But that's up to you as an individual. Like if you want to play or not. If you're focused somewhere else, do that. Some people go to college and just want to do college because they focus somewhere else. Some people want to play sports because they feel like they can still got it. I'm still ring chasing.
Gotta get one. Gotta get you some jewelry.
Definitely, if not, and I get in the NFL, I'm definitely gonna still be chasing a ring. Gotta get
somewhere. College working somewhere.
I got it's coming though. Tonight.
Gotta win some.
Definitely.
Okay, so talk about your little dislikes. What's something you was like? Okay, I got to college. I'm playing football. Like, I like this part of the college. Like between even like just separate from high school. Like, I like this part of the game now.
It was us being able to have an opinion with our. Like mostly in high school, they treated you as a kid because you was under 18. But now in college, you get older, you get your own opinion that you get to speak to your offensive coordinator or maybe to the head coach. And that's one thing I liked about it too. Like, coach, I don't believe this play is working. Like, let's switch this up. Let's do this because you see they doing that. Let's do this, and they listen. Like, they really be like, okay, he's in the game. He knows what's going down. Let's listen to what he said.
Especially if you're a starter. You seen the player. You play that play run 5-6 times in practice. Like, oh, that's not it. That's not it.
You see what happens in the game. That's why I say it's a different experience when you got the coach just standing on the sideline, the player that's in the game, because he see what they doing face to face. You might be just looking at it, but we see what's going down face to face. But having that opinion and being able to speak for yourself and speak when you feel like something is wrong is what I liked it in college. Like, the coaches definitely stand behind what you say if they feel like it's facts. You got some facts behind it. Everything ain't opinionated. You got to know if it's going to work or not. And college was that best thing for me when I switched from high school. Like, a lot of high school coaches treated you like, oh, you my son, basically. You under 18. And I'm like, damn, don't run the same play every time, coach, in high school because you feel like you got it. Like, listen to your players. But
facts.
College is different because of that. You got your opinion.
I definitely commend you for playing because, like, that balance, even, like, we even talk about the balance between college sports and then college, like, academic life. Like, that shit, I don't even play sports right now, and this shit, college work be stressing me out. I couldn't, you can speak on that a little bit, just the balance of it. Like, it's balance.
Hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard as hell. I when you come into, it's like having jobs. Really.
Yeah, it really is. It really
is. Another
is.
job. Playing football, you gotta lift, you gotta do that. Then you gotta focus on school. Then if you gotta go to work, study, if you gotta get another job to help pay for it. So you definitely work in multiple jobs, but really it prepares you for life because you gonna eventually have just one job. You know what I mean? Working, and if you want to have 2 to 3 jobs, it still helps you balance that. It's all about the balancing that in time. I mean, they helped me a lot figure out the time schedule to be able to fit in between school and football. But I've been doing it all my life, really. So the high school I had to do it, and then some stuff you gotta substitute out. Sometimes you can't just go party all the time. Sometimes you just gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up for this test. Like, don't force yourself to go do something you don't want to do. You gotta get shit done. So I really focus on that, like prioritizing what I need to get done. That's really always been my focus, but it really helped me out even more in college when it came to focus juggling that because you gotta graduate at this point.
It's like no
other option.
I'm paying too much money to go to school.
Only option. I'm not about to jump. I can't lose now. Like, shit, I already started.
Like, I'm already done. Mile down the fucking path. I'm out to finish.
I can see the finish line.
Yeah, it's right there.
Come on now. So that's why I continue to push myself. Like, don't nothing last forever in this world. Like it's gonna eventually be over. So why not just finish it and
get it over with now while we young? We still got hella life to live. We really young. We feel really young.
We feel like we old because we tell you what, we growing up. Yeah, be 22.
We really young.
But it's a part of life. Like, the sooner I can learn it, sooner I can better grasp that process, it'll be better for me in the future. For sure. I can know how to handle it.
I'm really trying to think of some fuck around party memories we done had. We just, bro, we go to a predominantly Caucasian school, to be politically correct. We go to predominantly Caucasian school, so we be having to take the aux sometimes, really turn that motherfucker up for real. And Trail Daner be the head torture that. He'd be like, throw on some soda, baby, man.
Throw on some soda, baby. Yeah, that backyard party, bro. The police pulled up and then go. Everybody came to that one, bro.
Everybody was. Yeah, that shit was. We was outside having. We had the aux. I think I was playing music, wasn't I? I was playing music. I was the last person to be playing music at
Facts,
that
bro.
time. I didn't know my phone was
Capaldi
at, bro.
Slug.
I'm like, bro, come on. But
We
yeah,
was slapping.
we definitely turn up Angola if we need to.
Oh God, we be the main ones. They be
Definitely.
drinking beer and listening to rock and roll.
I still remember my first try party freshman year, walking in. I don't know if you might not have been with us. I think it was like me, Darius, like BR and Tristan. But we was walking in. He was one of the baseball players I was talking like, he was up there. He's like, TDot, you trying to drink? I'm like, shit, what you got? Like, college first card. Bro, put out a Coors Live book bag. I said, nah. We not gonna do that. I ain't on that level. I and I was even drinking like that then. Like that was the first time freshman year was really I started drinking for real. That's how everybody do for real. But I was like, bro, better put that shit back in your book bag.
Oh no, and they pull it out of anywhere. Back
pocket, book bag. All the motherfucking haters had on.
Oh God, shirt with a pocket. I'm like, why y'all carrying around beers? Bro?
They don't care.
Like that, and they hand them out to everybody. Like,
especially when they drunk, they do not care. Yeah, they think they your best friend, bro.
Beer man,
yeah.
Like, I don't even know you, bro. Back up. Back up, bro. They cool. They cool.
Yeah, they definitely trying to mess with us for real though. Right. It's cool. They be cool.
We had one freshman year. We went to a party. We went to a frat house. We toured all the frat houses on campus, and it was during camp. So it was before school started. It was like 2 weeks before, and we had.
It was that weekend before.
Yeah, it was the curfew. Yep. We was not allowed to be out, bro. We did not care, bro.
We see Darius and Skrill.
We see football players in the frat house talking about, what's your guys' curfew? I said, shit, I don't know. Shit, you tell me.
We was getting toured the big house on campus.
We ain't never get in trouble for that because bro never told on us. It was like the last week.
It was literally the first week before school really started. Like freshman year, first year.
I'm gotta have a party somewhere or something.
Gotta do something.
We're not about to have no party. Let's find something to do, man.
Facts.
It was cold. It was cold though. Them houses was big as hell.
It was definitely like, damn, okay, we got something like this.
Nigga, $1.5 million for a house, that is nice as hell. And they got like 6 of them, bro. It's just amazing.
They definitely do their shit. Yeah, they definitely do that shit. But shit, we talking about after college. I personally know we talk all the time. We roommates, we talk all the time about what we're going to do after college. Let them know about your dream job. What's like, if you had one place to pick, I already know what it is.
Yeah.
But go ahead and speak with your dream job.
I'm gonna definitely be it. It's the NFL commissioner is the best job in the world, but I'm gonna definitely be that. He damn near close up there to the president to me. I'm serious, bro.
But think how much money the NFL generates, all that shit.
He keeps that, all the revenue he gets some of that, bro. He get his own private jet. He getting paid millions of dollars just to. It's really a business when you think about it. NFL is a business organization. So.
Everything, like you said, everything in business earlier.
Exactly, so everybody that gets in the NFL, they has to realize that, like, it's a business. That's why they have so many contracts, and they try to place themselves in the aspect of that we're a business, and contract is what protect us. So they make sure that's out front to everybody that comes and work in the NFL. So
facts.
But when I become the NFL commissioner, everything is gonna be changed. It's a different aspect of life when you think about a man that's representing players that's all of them that's not like him, He can't build a connection with them. That's why he always thinking it's a business aspect. Like, you still got to respect your players. Like, they the ones who come in.
They really the ones making your money.
And making your money. Without them, you wouldn't have no money. You couldn't have
bring some extra motherfuckers. Come on now. They're going to be the same product.
The Rams Stadium costs $1.8 billion, bro. Billion? You mean one owner paid billions of dollars for one stadium? Like, that's ridiculous. That could have fit everybody in the United States. So he has a lot of power.
Definitely, for sure.
He has a lot of power. So I feel like he has to do something to help change that. Like, I feel like a lot of the NFL players should be paid more. Like, and how you do that, it's a process. You got to figure that out. But
the only thing, the reason I don't think they can make as much money as like say like NBA players be making is because their faces don't be on like NBA players. You see them play, you see their faces.
Yeah, right.
NFL players, you got a helmet on, you got shoulder pads on. You're not seeing their faces. They're not as recognizable as they would NBA players just because you see. And there's less of NBA players. There's 15 men on our roster. What 50, 60 dudes in the NFL roster?
Almost 100 before the season.
Started. And like what NBA players, 8 of them players are probably known. Yeah. NFL team, you got what maybe 5, 6 at all. Team
definitely, and that's why I feel like you definitely generating. But I feel like the NFL makes a lot of revenue off jersey sales. Mm-hmm. If it's more people on the NFL field during the game, it's 11 people on the team right now playing. Basketball is different, so you can have way more jersey sales when it comes to players because you have 11 men on that field. Everybody's jersey might not be selling, of course. Everybody on
Yeah.
the sideline jersey might not be selling. So they might not be bringing as much revenue. That's how you base that off of. Is he gonna bring a profit to this organization?
Yeah.
They still look at it as a business. And
Oh,
that's
for
why I say
sure.
the players got to understand that too. That's why a lot of players get traded to places they don't want to get traded to.
Just some pros and cons. Gotta
You
weigh
know,
them out.
exactly, and that's why I said the players got to look into it as their best interest, and I feel like a lot of the owners don't give them that respect. Like, do stuff out of your best interest.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? They don't do that. They use them. They get them and steal from them. A lot of them rob them because they should be paid more. Some of them is worth a lot more. A lot of them is hurt more. Like, I hear about the concussion protocols after people retired. I heard a lot of black athletes after they retired, they got concussion protocol or wanted concussion funding. They didn't get paid as much as white players after concussion protocol, and they was wondering why. And the NFL stated that a lot of black players didn't come in as intelligent as white players.
Mm-hmm.
So they felt as if the white players should be getting paid more because they came in smarter than black individuals. So it was harder for them to really lose anything, black people to lose anything mind-wise because they was already stupid.
Yeah.
And they definitely tried to change it up, but they had a lot of stuff within contracts, and I feel like that's where the NFL commissioner come into play. Like, don't let your owners use
the players that make you the most money.
Anybody, like individuals of color, like they gotta respect the boundaries of individuals. Like, now I see it's more female coaches now. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, people try to make it seem like, oh, that should have already been a thing.
Referees too.
That too, and it's a process that they getting into. And he definitely moving that along, but he could definitely move it faster.
For sure.
Kaepernick is still an issue where he's not really being inducted into the NFL no more because he tried to sue him and things like that. But it's a process to where I feel like he just was trying to stand up for what he believed was right.
Oh, so for sure.
Give him that opinion in that process.
I mean, we have freedom of speech in this country. I don't know why. And he was never speaking about against the flag. It was never against the military. None of that stuff. It was just talking about what was going on in the world.
Right.
People just get caught up in a different preconceived notion. Like
Definitely.
That's they don't know the real root. Like, they'll assume it in their head, but if you go ask him, he's like, "Oh, it's never about that," and they're like, "Oh, it has to be about that." Like, there's no way. He just said what it was about. Like,
definitely,
you
it's
tell
that
him.
connection and that connection they have with each other. Like that, he might not be able to stand him based on a different background than he has. Cultural background is important. So
for sure.
That's how they look at it.
You raised up at it.
They look at it from a different perspective.
For sure.
So he was trying to get them to understand, like, this is the only way we will get respected or noticed by this. And because y'all only look at us as athletes, somebody we watch on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. So people got to understand that's not the type of person they always was. Like, I'm also a person as well. Like,
Facts.
You pay me millions of dollars because I work for it as well.
Yeah, like I do this.
And not just because you got it and I'm also an athlete, but you paying me because I'm an individual too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an employee. You got to respect me.
Yeah. All right, you want to be NFL commissioner, so you definitely got to know, your little sports teams and shit. So, I know he's an Alabama fan, y'all. I gotta tell y'all.
Alabama fans.
How you become an Alabama fan?
Man, my grandpa from there. His whole side of the family from there. We have rivalry during the Iron Bowl.
Yep.
And it be Auburn versus Alabama. So some of them Auburn fans too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope, though. That's dope, though.
It's the best day.
That's the dope, though. Yeah,
they cook, bro. I be eating. I don't even care about the game. I be eating.
They be drunk yelling at each other.
You know what? Arguing over the game, bro. I be weak.
That's really family bonding time for real. For at the end of the day, though, for real.
I swear to God, that's why college football is so. I'm more of a college football fan, but I like the NFL as well.
Yeah.
But Alabama is definitely my favorite team. We're going to make it to the championship again. We're going to win it next year.
Who won this last year?
It wasn't Alabama, so I don't care.
Who
it was Georgia.
Georgia definitely won. Yeah, I can remember,
finally, shit.
I was thinking, Ohio State, LSU, nah, Clemson, nah.
Finally,
Georgia.
LSU fell off. But finally, Georgia got back up there. He finally beat us he was the first coach after a while to, after they bleed from Nick Saban.
Yeah,
finally
beat him. Yeah, everybody be losing.
Yeah.
Like Kiffin, all them motherfuckers.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But what I finna say? Shout out Notre Dame. See the flag in the back. That's all I gotta say. But you see your favorite NFL team.
It's the Patriots, bro.
Patriots. How'd that come about?
I mean, that's why I say I'm not really I just like watching NFL because I see they stars now. College players, they got more to work for. They trying to become. They trying to become those NFL legends. They trying to be in the NFL, so they working 10 times harder. Now they just starting getting paid for their representation,
which is dope.
Definitely.
Double thumbs up for that.
Definitely. And so now they trying to get there. They might be still making money. They might not be making as much money as those NFL players, but they trying to get there. So they working harder. So that's why I watch NFL players. They grinding every play. They going hard. NFL, I like the Patriots because I like Belichick. Everybody thought it was because of Tom Brady. But
Yeah.
I didn't
He
really know.
definitely one of the top 2-3 coaches ever. Just
Yeah,
because, bro, he's smart.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm like, it has to be the people. Like he knows who to hire. Like he put Nick Saban on. Like people didn't know that. Like he hired Nick Saban for the Browns when they worked for the Browns, and he made the Browns good back then. And he just
which is crazy.
And he went from there. And after Nick Saban left and went to LSU, came back and went to Alabama. Alabama was Nick Saban team. He learned that from Belichick. They still cool, like they best friends. So I liked it because Belichick made sure his team was forgiving everybody. He was hiring undrafted players. Like he wasn't even going to the draft sometimes and watching it himself. He would be going to different
They always find diamonds in the rough too.
You know, and he would be going to different colleges and finding people that was like that was working hard to get there, but they might not have had a name. Like they weren't being called out on TV, but he still seen that they was a dog through film. So he looking at those undrafted. He got a lot of D3 players on his team, undrafted players. So you got to understand he came from that, you know. Edelman was one of them. So, and he found him and thought he was a quarterback, sent him over that slot. And he was a dog, you know. So Belichick definitely find diamonds in the rough, and he make them great players because they believe in him. You know, if you got a great coach, they'll do whatever you say, bro. Those players do. The coach can tell you to jump off a building, and the players will.
I just seen it firsthand too. Like with his scheming, bro, he always takes away your number one offensive option. Definitely. Like I've seen this so many times with shit. We just got news. Yesterday we got news. He got a new little quarterback. He got the competition with over there in Denver. Russell Wilson. Wilson got traded.
He shut Russell Wilson down a couple times. Russell Wilson is a skilled athlete though.
Man,
he makes it harder on quarterbacks. Even if the coach has the game plan, you can still be a great athlete and overturn it. That's why Lamar Jackson is so good. You can that play can always be 100% able to stop that offensive play. But if that quarterback makes something out of nothing, then it's a wrap for that for that defense.
Defense already done rush you, already win your lanes. You out the lane, it's over with. Now they out the way.
It's a wrap. So it's definitely a scheme, definitely a mind scheme when it comes. It's just like playing chess. You know, you got to find out what move. But if this person know movement, they know what they're doing, and they know the game of chess, they're gonna maneuver you being able to block them. So.
I also want to ask you about y'all team's QB since you've been seeing them grow up. Mac Jones, are you a believer in Mac Jones for the Patriots?
I do. I think he's better Tom Brady. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and people try to put an opinion on him. They try to opinionate him because the person he came from. They always wanted to throw their own opinion at. Oh, he's not. He was shaped like Tom Brady. He's a little bit faster. He should be doing just what Tom Brady doing.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady year when he came in, and Mac Jones year. Mac Jones did pretty good for his first year.
For sure. He definitely did. With 10-5, 10-6, 10-7.
It surprised me because the Patriots really didn't have no good ass slots. Like we was kind of struggling when it came to receivers. Our tight ends got a little bit better. We had on all season. We had about two good ass receivers, two tight ends. And
Hunter Henry was playing good.
Yeah, and we was doing good when it came to run game and shit like that. But after a while, we didn't have nobody to throw it to. So we got this good ass quarterback in no slots, no wide receivers.
Oh yeah, Damien Harris is a dog.
He is. We've been running the fuck out the ball with him. He fumbles sometimes, but he is good as fuck.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
He get the whole. He get that. He from Alabama too. But but the Patriots they're gonna come up because Mac Jones he's new at this. Like he's coming in. He's learning more stuff from Alabama when he came in. From Nick Saban. It's just like Belichick is another Nick Saban. So he's learning from that, you know. So he's getting that grasp of, okay, he just like this. Oh, I'm just back in the same process. Like, okay, if he tell me what to do, I'm going to just do it. So I feel like he's going to definitely grow the Patriots. All we got to get is some more weapons for him to throw it to. They're going to be good. I said the next 5 years. It's 4 years now because last season he played pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely think y'all might snag a little receiver in the draft or something.
Of course, we got to, man.
To get some speed or something crazy on the outside. But I'm finna. We back now after halftime. Had a little halftime, a little break real quick. But I want to get back into talking a little more football NFL. I need your top 3 favorite players because I know before you say I know your players gonna be different just because you like offensive line. So you might hear some names you might have heard or you just don't hear a lot. So that's why I wanted to ask him for sure. So give me if you don't got to do no particular order, if you just give me your 3 favorites.
Trent Williams, he played left tackle for the San Francisco 49ers. He's a dog.
Got drip too. He be having
should be nice. But he be dogging people too though.
He big as fuck.
Hey, he got a documentary on Netflix too. I gotta watch it.
Mod to Pete.
Yeah, Quentin Nelson. He played for the Colts. He did. He came from Notre Dame. He was a dog there too.
Yeah.
He made me a reason to start watching Notre Dame again. He was the reason, bro.
He was crazy.
And I'm gonna have to say Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's another favorite player. Only because he
Bama
came from
too.
Alabama. Yeah.
You seen that motherfucker?
You know, he liked to follow his offensive line. He big, you know, so I think he definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer in the future. You know?
Oh, I don't think there's no doubt. He might go down with a top 5 running back. He keep running like he been doing.
You know,
and the Titans got the offensive play, but they just keep feeding that motherfucker.
Got to the beast. He a monster, bro. He's so huge. He should be fed. They should have an offensive line also to protect. They do though.
They do though.
They do.
Taylor Lewan, left tackle, good over there.
A dog, bro. He got dripped too. He cold too.
You see, he be on some of the podcasts too. Be talking with Ryan Clark and
Lane from the Eagles. Johnson Lane from the Eagles.
Lane Johnson. Yeah,
I'm trying to think. He a dog.
For sure. Yeah, I know I had to ask you that just because I knew it was gonna be a little different answer than like a regular answer from a regular motherfucker.
Yeah, they offensive linemen, so you know I gotta. Well, one of them is a running back, but he's still
your top 2 though. I knew this Quinn Nelson trend with me was coming. Of course, I knew that was coming for sure.
He played in my position, and that was, I watch NFL in order to get me better too. Like they made it in the league. I look at gameplay movement, like they gameplay reaction. Like a lot of people don't know this. You gotta have game awareness. Like I caught a ball in the game.
Hey, I was gonna talk about it. We're gonna put that bitch in here. Trail caught.
Hey, it was a screen pass, bro.
We're gonna put that in here. I'm gonna put that in here.
It's crazy because you gotta have, game awareness. In baseball, you gotta know when to ready to steal a base. You know what I mean? And so we running the screen, and I'm like, the man that came in and blitzed, I picked him up. I threw him. So I'm running down the sideline because you gotta run down a certain angle.
Yeah.
Football has angles too. You gotta run down a certain line in order to get down the sideline instead of crossing the line of scrimmage and getting the flag. So I'm running down the sideline. I see that the running back ain't next to me. I'm like, oh, he gone. Where is he at? When I realized, all right, Latrell, you might have to catch this ball. When I turned around, it was too late. The ball was already coming. Yeah. I just caught the ball. When I caught it, I'm like, I just caught this, bro. I was like, run, though. You got to run. Dang. So I just took off running. One dude, linebacker, he was a center linebacker, came down. I'm thinking he going to try to ankle tackle me because he tried to hit me with his shoulder. I said, what? Foul! Cracked it. In my head, though, I'm thinking, don't fumble the ball.
Yeah, so you were down that motherfucker like,
oh, God, I did. So I'm like, I see the other player. I'm like, Joe, you're not going to get a first down. So we go down. It's 4th down now, but now we in the red zone. I got us in the red zone. A quarterback threw a ball, slant outside, in the touchdown. We scored a touchdown, bro. That's why I say you never give up on a play.
Facts.
Because if I would have gave up on that play, we might have won to score the touchdown. We have to go for the field goal, but after that, we went for it on 4th down, and we scored a touchdown.
Now, if you could have scored a touchdown, though, like, if you had a celebration to do, what was going to be your celebration? Was you going to do the Pee Wee Herman? Was you going to do the Pee Wee Herman in there?
I was going to do the Pee Wee Herman. Oh, God. The Icky Shuffle. Oh, God. I got to, bro.
No, that'd be, bro. I'd have had to record that. You did it went viral.
That would have been funny.
Big Man TD2.
Oh, God.
Would have been crazy.
Bro, if they put me at fullback next year, though, I might score me a couple
of TDs. The fridge? The fridges for the Bears?
The refrigerator Bears? Yeah. Bro. He was a dog too.
Big ass motherfucker running through the middle.
But he was getting them touchdowns though.
Oh, for sure. They was feeding him over Walter Payton.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, with him. Walter Payton didn't score and he did. And Walter Payton was
you see how it worked though.
So, yeah, shit. It's a big ass motherfucker moving. God. Shit, we got some little shit be going on. Brian Flores, this racial shit. And recently, motherfucking Calvin Ridley got suspended a year for gambling. He said he supposedly said he put $1,500 on a parlay and that was it. But it's interesting because I seen this. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or Instagram. I wanted to hear your perspective on it. They were saying, Calvin really got suspended for a year for gambling, but they had owners paying Brian Flores $1,000 a week or more than that to tank. So is that not the same? 100,000. Is that not the same? That's money tampering the game.
It is.
So it's like
paying off the ref.
So how is that like? I don't get how that is in two different avenues.
That's what I'm trying to say. Where it becomes me becoming an NFL owner. Individual who is not out to play the players, who want the players to do what's best for them. These NFL owners, like the owner who tried to play Brian Flores in order to tank, he was trying to think about the team organization. If we get first round pick, we gonna win. If y'all get a first round pick and y'all team still ass next year, what y'all gonna do? You just tank for no reason. So now you just switched up an opportunity for you to have a coach lose a game that you don't know if it was gonna be positive or negative on the team. So for you to get mad at a player because they look at these owners different than they look at the players. Truly, they look at the owners as if they own these players because I'm paying them.
Yeah.
But he did that because he felt like he had the obligation to. I feel like I can gamble. You know what I mean? I feel like
he wasn't even playing neither all year.
Wasn't he hurt? Was he hurt or something?
Yeah. Well, he still played for health, like he said mental health reasons. He stepped away from the
See,
game.
so and he wasn't even playing. So an individual who do that, and I mean, like I see they got rules and stuff, but what rules do they have for owners to bribe a coach? If that's the case, he can bribe an NFL owner. So all this time we've been believing that the NFL is true to what it's doing, and it's not. Like you playing the organization in order to have your team become better than everybody else's, but you're cheating. You know what I mean? And you place and just like it's like a school system. It's just like a business. You treat me different because I work here and you own the business.
Yeah.
You know? Don't do that.
Now I'm the heart of this motherfucking thing that's going on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they trying to look at it different. But if you really put it into the same perspective as you said, and you see it's really the same thing. Like it ain't like he was banned on himself if he was playing in the game. Like,
like he was out.
I'm gonna get 17 drops. Let me do that on purpose. He didn't do that. You know what I mean? But this NFL owner paid his coach that he hired to tank in that game
and lose. That's
cheating. You bribing an individual to lose in order for your team to be better.
That's putting money on the impact of a game.
There you go, bro. And the NFL owner has that ability to do that. He can make a team lose or win if he wants to, just like that. And he was paying that individual. He was already paying the man, but you gonna pay him even more just to lose one game at the end of the year.
No, it was like multiple games, like
in order to get the best job.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I know they said it was the last game. I think they was playing the Bengals, and if they would have lost to the Bengals in the game, they would have got the first round pick. But they didn't.
Yeah.
They beat the Bengals, and the coach said I would have did it again. And I'm like, and that's respectable. You don't ask a player to come in when you hired him to lose. You don't ask a coach to come in there to lose. You ask him to do the best as you can for us to win.
That's probably why he got fired.
You know, and it did because you didn't listen to what I said when I asked you to. Like, but that's not and I heard that Belichick text the wrong coach. Because the coach he was going to get that job from, it was the Chiefs offensive coordinator.
The enemy?
Yeah, Brian, I forgot his last name. Short ball head guy, he's white. Don't look nothing like Brian Flores. But Brian Flores worked for the Patriots. That other coach that came from Chiefs didn't work for the Patriots. He coached for Alabama too. But I guess he knew him through Nick Saban or whatever. But Belichick claimed like he texted the wrong coach, was Brian Flores, and said, Congratulations on getting a job opportunity, which for another coach.
And Flores still had an interview the next day.
The interview was the next day, but the other coach had already got it that day. And he said, "Oh, my bad." And Belichick texted back and was like, "That's how the game go. Like it is what it is. It's the NFL. So you got to understand that they've been playing like that. It's the NFL. Like they got that power to turn over a whole Super Bowl game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So people got to understand that it's a part of life. But if you get somebody at the head that try not to get people that look like them cheated, like people they feel like can better build an organization. If they do what's best for them, they're going to do what's best for your organization too, because they really living their dream. Like they doing as best as they can. But for you to be cheating this individual out, now they're not going to believe in you, your organization. That's why Brian Flores left. Well, he got fired, of course.
Yeah, he got fired. He was already on the way out, though.
You know, because he felt like that.
I ain't mess with y'all like that.
And he definitely built the Dolphins became better to me in my eye. They was so good.
They was playing. They got to like 1-5. They came back to 9-8. They came around 500.
And I just thought Tua was a great quarterback too, and I didn't understand why they didn't. Sure. You know, and that was just a build on to your team. All your players that you draft ain't got to be 5-star players coming out. You know, in Alabama, all of them got to come from a D1 school. They don't got to. That's why the Patriots build up players that
dominate the rough.
You know, because they don't believe people believe in them.
Or just fit the system almost.
You know,
fit the system.
And the Patriots come in there and get these players and help them believe in them, and they do whatever they say. That's why they say everybody is so up there. They do everything right because they feel like they owe that to Belichick. You believed in me when other players didn't or other teams didn't. So that's why I say it's crazy that they treat that differently because they have that different power. That's why I say they don't want to add more teams onto the NFL because they feel like those, you know, all the board members is each team owner. They all on the team. And the NFL commissioner is just somebody who keep them in control, make sure they all
keep them in check.
You know, make sure they're not cheating. You know what I mean? Which he did. And I want to find out what happened to that NFL owner. What did he get punished for?
Probably nothing.
Probably not a damn thing. You know, he's still driving all his cars, ain't get fined, none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, probably no cheating out his pocket.
And Goodell gotta respond to that, like, okay, I have to punish you, even though you're an owner, like you still somebody who crossed the line, like you was trying to cheat. Because if that's the case,
either take some draft picks or something to hurt them, or some cheese. At that
or
point,
some cheese, you know, because you definitely just cheated out on your players too. You didn't when you did that, you didn't think about all them players you signed Okay,
You just think about yourself.
out yourself. Somebody that's not even playing, somebody who probably never played football,
Never touched the field.
You know, they just watched it and they just had money to afford the
grew into
organization.
the money, yeah.
You know, so they don't understand where that player is coming from. Me, an individual who has played football, you got people in the owners, GMs that never even played football. They looking at it from a business perspective. But if I can get a connection between the players and know how players and business work, you can make the organization 10 times better. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what they got to do and that's what they got to look at. But if they're going to keep treating the players like just items instead of real human
people.
beings,
yeah,
that's when the organization will get better. But until then, there's going to still be people protesting, people cheating, NFL owners cheat because they feel like they can get away with it.
Yeah. So you got aspirations to be an NFL commissioner. They'll say, like, I'm kind of putting you on the spot a little bit, but like, do you have any like ideas or like any ways you could help our diversity, like within coaching and like all this stuff in the NFL? Do you have any ideas off the top of your head, like you thinking about?
Personally, is putting those, like I said, from different culture backgrounds, putting those people in those GM positions, you know, in those head coaches positions. The
higher up positions, getting them in there.
You know, having that connection between these people that been there before, know what they're doing, came from that, can understand what these players that they're dealing with every day.
Do you think former players might be the best way to do it?
And I think so too. I feel like, and I don't understand why a lot of former players don't become coaches or GMs. Don't try to become GMs because they go to college sometimes to get their degree in these things, but they don't want to work for the NFL no more in order for you to get this. If those retired players could work for the NFL, it'd probably be even greater.
Not even like go to college, like just seeing it throughout your whole career. If you play
football,
12, 10 years, you've been around the job, so you should know at least,
exactly.
And you get put on by the other shit, you should be cool.
But a lot of them hire coaches, and they don't want people in those positions like that. Who want those people with different diverse backgrounds or different colors. So they get these white, I don't always want to say white male, but they get these white male who barely even worked in the NFL that long or barely even been in the NFL or has been an assistant coach for 2 to 3 years. And they put him at this head coach position. You want to know why? Because they feel like this coach going to do whatever that owner say. Yeah. You're going to listen to me. I don't want to put a black man right there because he's not going to do the best inches out of me. He's going to do it out of those players.
Yeah.
But that's what he's supposed to do because that's the head
coach. And especially Brian Flores because he was there. Everybody said he was a player coach for sure. All his players fucked with him.
And that's the connection you build with your teammates. Even if they little kids or grown men like the NFL is, you still got to build that connection with your players because that's who you going to be with every day. That's the people you coaching.
Go to war with.
Yeah. Go to war with them. Exactly. And they got to understand that. Like, we're coming here from a family perspective, and now you're not respecting that relationship by paying him to cheat against me, you know? Yeah. Against me. You cheating against the team at that point. You wanted us to lose.
Like you hurting us, like, bro.
You know?
And it's like, even like when they're talking about contracts, like incentives and contracts, like, you fucking losing up. That's messing up some players' money. That's like, oh, if the quarterback, you gotta get 10 wins this year to get extra $50K or so 50,
he wasn't thinking about that. He was thinking the way of, I got enough money to pay that off if it comes down to it. I'll just put a little bit more on that contract if they don't get the incentive this year. You know, they just re-sign them. But he wasn't thinking of that year. That's why I said a lot of them don't connect to those players. A lot of players hate losing, even if they play for Miami Dolphins. They probably hate losing. The players that went to the Browns, the Browns used to be ass for a long time. Like
it's probably still are.
They called them the doghouse. Yeah, definitely. They called them the doghouse. But as they start getting better, people like losing was a habit for them. Like the Browns used to
couldn't get out of it. Fans
was like, okay, we're a losing team. Now they start feeling win. They start feeling with accomplishment. Feel like, we got a dub. Okay, that feels good. Yeah. Let's keep getting that. But for you to ask somebody, your organization to lose, that's why I said they don't look at it. That's why I said the players need to do right now what's best for them, out their best interest. Because now NFL owners doing stuff is what's best for them and out of their best interest. And you can tell that from the actions that the NFL owner did. Now, all NFL owners might not be like that.
Yeah, There's probably some good ones in the bad in the bad bag.
In the bad batch. And they probably will help try to even it out some more. That's why they try to help develop more, hire more female coaches. We got to get this in. But if you really truly look at it, if you see all the guidelines and rules you have for an employment, for the hiring process and hiring like different diverse backgrounds, it's illegal not to hire people because they're female or because they're black.
Yeah.
And for you not to have that many black coaches, are you not hiring people because they're black or because they're females or from these different diverse backgrounds or different diverse cultures because it makes you feel uncomfortable? You want to have somebody in there that looks like you. Well, if you feeling uncomfortable might make the players feel great. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's different environments. That's why he said you got to be diverse. You got to learn how to persevere in different situations because everything is different. Nothing is the same in this world.
And
So you
it's
gotta
really
learn how to
crazy
mold
because we be
yourself.
talking about this shit. Y'all don't know. We be
All
talking
the
about
time.
all this
I
shit.
swear
Like,
to
all
God.
these topics we be talking about all the time. It's the first time we have to, like, do it on camera. It's like, a
Yeah.
lot of these topics I knew Trail would be able to talk about and give me some, what he thinking about it. These are topics that are like, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
Trail
we
give
the
me some shit.
future. Like, them
No
people
cap.
gonna have to retire, quit, die.
Yeah,
So
gonna
we the
come up with
next
these
generation to
spots.
do this, you know?
Like, we said we grown, 21 shit. We in the workforce, like,
Facts.
working. So it's going to be our
Facts.
shit to, like, try to make diverse. We can make impact on it so much. Not even just in sports. It might be
Everything.
just in the job force wise,
Exactly, bro. Growing different type of rules, regulations that didn't fit back in the day, but now we're different because we outspoken. We can speak up for what we
Yeah.
believe in and what other individuals believe in. So
For sure.
it makes it easier for us to speak out now because those people behind us spoke up for us. So now I said, why not speak up for those things? And in order to change those things in this world, if we don't change situations in the NFL now, it'll never be changed.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It will never be a black owner. It'll never be a black GM. It'll never be a black commissioner. Not even black. Female commissioner, female GM, female owner. It's a couple female owners, but a lot of them aren't people of color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they not.
And now that's how they're not connecting with the players because they're majority of them are people of color. Now they just look at them as a property, and so now I'm the owner. So let's just go as a business perspective.
It's definitely a faulty process almost.
Yeah.
But you shit, man, definitely wanted to get your opinion on that because I know we
Definitely,
definitely have some good opinions on that. But I want to get to one last thing. We listen to hella music together. We
Definitely.
always listen to music. I need your top your artists if you could say right now. Girl, give me your top three. You don't gotta be in
Top
order.
three?
I already know two
Ooh.
of them, but I'm interested to hear the third one for sure.
Number one is definitely Rod Wave. Yeah.
Tidal Wave.
That's my guy, man. Like, I feel like bro, my brother. Like I could sit down with bro all day.
And talk to him, just like chop it up.
I swear to God, like if I could, I would. But Side Eye Baby definitely number two.
That's your party turn up, boy. It's your party turn up, man.
I feel like any song I can play, he gonna get me activated. So that's why I really listen.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing.
Third person, ooh, that's
where it always gets crazy because there's so many.
It is. There's so many. I can't put in that third position, but I say, I ain't gonna lie, Lil Baby cold to me. Recent artists, I say it's hella other people, but Lil Baby is up there to me. I mean, he ain't been in the industry long. Like,
yeah.
If you say people that's long, I'd probably say Yo Gotti or Rick Ross because they're my favorite artists too.
Okay.
Lil Baby definitely now he ain't grown, but he's definitely gonna grow in that industry spot. You know, he's gonna be up there.
A lot of these young motherfuckers starting
to
put their name
right
out
now
there.
he not. And people try to compare him to Tupac. He not Tupac right now. Tupac was in the league long, in the industry longer. You know, and Tupac was definitely cold. But as long as Lil Baby stay alive, he gonna definitely be a cold.
I don't see Lil Baby as. What'd you say? You said Tupac.
Yeah.
I really see Lil Baby as Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew Jay-Z like. Especially for the younger generation, like he might be a Jay-Z for real. Like I see the same type of like build up almost.
Flow.
Yeah, not even flow, just like how he's like looked at and like as one of the young motherfuckers in the game right now.
Yeah.
Like he looks like I feel like he's a Jay-Z type motherfucker for real. Now I can see like I don't got no comparison for everybody else, but I think definitely think White Baby is something like Jay-Z for sure. For sure.
NBA young boy up there too, cause he definitely that drill music type of person. Like I know I get activated to him too.
For sure. He definitely levels for sure. That's why he my favorite artist. He's got every level you want. He give it to you.
Bro. He taking over the industry. That's why he got so many fans. Everybody is on YouTube all the time. It's like an advertisement of TV.
It's like a social media platform for real.
For real. It's just a lot of music videos and so he's dropping on YouTube consistently. Whether or not he dropped it or somebody else dropped it, you always hear NBA young music
man.
on YouTube.
So sure.
I feel like that's the way he's growing. He took that platform over. So that's why he is so successful and rich. He might not do a lot of collabs with different artists, but people know him from YouTube with single songs by him.
Yeah, with his videos, he dropping videos in the crib.
He don't even care if you listen to him or not. He like, fuck if you listen to him.
I'm dropping this shit because I think this shit hot.
Regardless, like this is what I like. Now he just sitting in the house now. He doing what the fuck he want to do. He don't care. He know motherfuckers can't touch him because he can't leave.
Yeah.
But he's still doing what he's supposed to do, dropping songs. Like,
well, that's what you're supposed to do.
And I feel like Rod Wave could be even up there with NBA if he dropped hella music. Like he be trying to hide away from the fact that it be still his feelings and emotions, but. Feel best. Do what you want to do.
That's his outlet.
That's what got you rich. Shit, you here for a reason. People.
That's what got you your money.
Don't like people liked you from and NBA just like
you always got to build on what you do, but shit, don't stray away from what you got to there.
And NBA just like that. Like I got here like this. Fuck y'all, I'm gonna finish like this.
Yeah,
and that's why it's so hard for him to collab with other artists because people feel like he up there or he gassed or he feeling himself. No, he just feel like shit. I got here by myself. Shit, I feel like I can keep going by myself.
Like, I don't need
like
nobody
y'all
else.
wasn't here. Y'all wasn't trying to collab with me before I was in the basement rapping on my own songs.
Yeah.
Now that I'm rich, got hella views on YouTube. Now you want to collab with me? You know.
Okay.
So
only fucking motherfuckers that was been with him when he was 16 at
exactly.
Shit. Even
Or
before
people
that.
he like and want to collab with. But
Yeah.
Rod Wave just like that. He don't collab with too many people unless they ask him to, or they make a song and they want to put their verse on that song because that song was popular. But Rod Wave was so laid back. He like, I don't give a fuck if you fuck with me or not. Like, I'm gonna still drop my music, regardless if you listen to me or not.
Yeah.
And he still feel like, okay, like he make a lot of unreleased songs.
Oh yeah.
People just don't. And you gotta hear him either on his Instagram live, but you don't hear him unless you try and get unreleased. But he don't drop him because he feel like he's satisfied with where he at because he was just broke 2-3 years ago. So now I'm up. So shit, I ain't never had this much money before in my life. So shit, I ain't gotta really make no more music. Shit.
I definitely seen you always drop an album soon. I'm
I
waiting
hope so,
on it.
bro.
I'm waiting on that.
I don't want nobody tapping me.
I need
I'm gonna
it.
be walking right past people.
And
in
YB
class.
dropping one this month too. So
I
shit,
see.
Rod Wave drop next month. YB drop this month. I'm gonna be in. It's gonna be a good May for me.
They need to make
music.
another song together, though.
Man, I'm saying, me and Trell, look, the
I
everything
gotta
changed, everything different. Me and Trell spoke that shit into existence. I promise you. We was talking about Rod Wave and YB did the song. A week and a half later, they dropped. I'm like, Trell, what we really need though, if y'all ever see this, if I blow up or something, we need a Death and Claim remix.
Oh,
Me and
God.
Trell been talking about this. Put Rod Wave on that song, bro. That song would be crazy with Rod Wave really singing that little first part that have his own verse. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Cool. But he gotta make it. He gotta make it personal. They gotta get out there.
Yeah.
Well, he be a young boy on house arrest right now, so he really can't do nothing. But they gotta
Yeah.
get out that beef in industry. But
Yeah.
Rod Wave really not in it. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he'll be on the same top with shit. YB he's be on his own. He might collab more, but he just do be on his own shit for real.
Yeah,
he just trying to get some money for real. I think he just trying to get his monies up.
He ain't have to.
He just trying to get his monies up. For sure.
He up now.
But shit, yeah, man. Trell came on this bitch. Rock to me. We talked our shit for a little bit, bro. He definitely gonna be out back again because definitely this is some Trell shit for sure. We gonna have a big topic next time out. We gonna have maybe some rankings or something. We gonna do some rankings or some crazy shit. Like I got some ideas for some, especially people that coming on again. But shit, yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all want us to talk about. Anything, man. We appreciate y'all coming through with us. Trell, one more time. I appreciate you sliding through.
You know,
we out of here, man. Appreciate y'all.